Hello there and welcome back to Into Vietnam News, broadcast on the daily basis on VITV, our top stories. The VMC goes on to issue more than 420 billion dong of special bonds. The number of bank cards reached approximately 63 million. The Business Monitor International forecasts bright prospects for Vietnamese agriculture. The State Bank of Vietnam has announced the issuance of special bonds of Vietnam Asset Management Company or VAMC for three banks, namely Techcombank, SHB and Vietnambank, in which the VAMC issued special bond worth more than 234.6 billion dong for Vietnam Technological and Commercial Joint Stock Bank or Techcombank, more than 97.8 billion dong to Saigon Hanoi Commercial Joint Stock Bank or HSB, and more than 87.6 billion dong to the Vietnam Asia Commercial Joint Stock Bank or Vietnambank. The bond have the term of 5 years and interest of 0%. The effective date of the bonds is November 15, 2013, and their maturity date is November 13, 2018. In related news, according to the State Bank of Vietnam, the number of bank cards in circulation nationwide reached nearly 63 million at the end of the third quarter, rising 4.62% from the previous period. Domestic cards reached 57.23 million, up 4.26%, and international cards hit 5.7 million, increasing 8.36%. With a country population of 90 million people, the growing use of bank cards to pay for goods and services indicates their convenience in being organized. As part of its efforts to meet rising demands for international business exchange and to help diversify investment areas and destinations for Vietnamese investors, the Harvey Law Group, also known as HLG, organized the workshop Investment, Settlement and Tax Policy for People with Two Citizenships. The event opened valuable opportunities for local investors. The conference on the program of citizenship by investment was launched by the leading international Canadian law firm Harvey Law Group. The group informed local investors of lucrative investment projects with promisingly big profits in different parts of the world. The citizenship by investment in St. Kitts and Nevis with the Park Hyatt project is seen as a potential investment plan with investment of $400,000, and its annual return can mount up to as much as 5% per year.
I'm giving you all those details about St. Kitts for a very good reason. It's because you don't have to go there to get your passport. So it's maybe a good idea for you to know about a little bit better about the country. If you want to, of course, we can organize, we can get a visa for you to go there within 48 hours. And we can bring you to St. Kitts. But it's not necessary to go there to get a passport.
The manager of the renowned law firm also informed Vietnamese investors of three possible ways of investment. They can make investment by buying government bonds, investing in real estate projects, or take hold of shares in projects introduced by the HLG.
For this program, it's either that you make a donation to the government, or, for like most of people prefer here in Vietnam, you have the real estate option. It's either you can buy one share, the Park Hyatt in St. Kitts.
The workshop also introduced chances for Vietnamese people to invest in potential markets like Canada, United States, France, and Australia. The HLG is to hold similar events in Da Nang and Ho Chi Minh City on November the 16th and 17th, respectively.
And then you will get back the balance, of course.
According to the Business Monitor International or BMI, Vietnam's agricultural sector has a bright future thanks to recent developments in its economic and business environment.
BMI says there are major opportunities for its production, export business and retail sales of traditional products like rice, coffee, livestock and poultry. Over the past decade, Vietnam's economic growth has witnessed ups and downs due to high inflation and currency volatility. that weighed on export competitiveness. However, 2013 looks set to be the major turning point in the economy, with the government pushing for the implementation of policies aimed at maintaining price stability and addressing macroeconomic imbalances. BMI says the government plans to improve agricultural production and business efficiency in the near future, and the sector will benefit from the expansion of production and improvement in the business environment. The results of public-private partnership or PPP programs in the cultivation, breeding and seafood sectors has reinforced BAI forecast for Vietnam agriculture sector in the coming years. The country's fertile soils and its increasing agricultural productivity will support robust growth in various sectors by more than 10% between 2012 and 2017.
In its White Book 2014, the European Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Vietnam, or Eurocham, warned till 2018 the automotive and assembly sector may only grow by 3% per year due to fiercer competition of imported vehicles amid lower import tariffs on the products. Eurocham says even though the government has directed to bring registration fee to 10%, total car sales for the year will stand at 2007 levels of 110,000 units. Between 2014 and 2018, Vietnam's auto industry is seen to post a modest growth of 3% per year, as it will face a surge of imported cars from ASEAN members, Japan, South Korea and China. According to the EFTA roadmap, auto import tariffs are to be brought down to 50% in 2014, 35% in 2015, 20% in 2016, and 10% in 2017, before they are totally cleared out in 2018. At this point, domestically assembled cars may be replaced by imported ones. Mr. Michael Behrens, head of the European automotive companies in Vietnam, says to have local auto assembling factories to survive and develop, Vietnam should grant incentive tax policies for vehicles with more than 40% localization rate. The products should also enjoy incentive import and consumption taxes so that the sector will be able to reform and take a firm foothold in the marketplace between 2014 and 2018. And coming up is some foreign trade news.
According to the Trade Office at the Vietnamese Embassy in Malaysia, Vietnam earned nearly $3.76 billion from its export to Malaysia in the first 9 months of this year, up 16.4% from same period last year. Computers and electronic products and components topped the list of key exports to Malaysia, fetching $882 million, followed by crude oil $785.3 million, telephone and spare parts $581.5 million, rubber $367.1 million, and steel $147.3 million. In the same period, Vietnam spent $3 billion purchasing commodities from Malaysia, a year-on-year surge of 23.8%, bringing the two-way trade turnover between the two nations in the review period to $6.77 billion. The main goods imported from Malaysia include computers, petroleum products, animal and vegetable oil, chemicals and chemical products, crude oil, and plastic materials.
Although not fully open, but Vietnam's retail market is currently experiencing a fact that foreign retailers have good, spacious and modern infrastructure, various and affordable products, good service, etc., which few local retailers are able to provide. Besides, foreign retailers have continually been expanding and developing into large-scale systems across the country, while the domestic competitors own modest facilities. It's concerned that Vietnam's retail businesses will lose ground right in the domestic market as the market is fully open in 2015.
It is not only foreign retailers already existing in Vietnam such as Big C and Metro that have posed challenges for local retailers, but also from international giants which would join Vietnam's retail market in the future, such as Walmart. This has been highlighted by many local retailers, managers and experts at many seminars held in major cities recently.
Sắp tới đây khi mà mở cửa hoàn toàn thì chúng tôi cho rằng đây là một cái cuộc cạnh tranh rất là khốc liệt đối với lại các đối tác mạnh hơn ta rất nhiều lần về công nghệ, về vốn cũng như là về quản lý, về kinh nghiệm, về mọi mặt là họ đều hơn chúng ta. Chúng tôi thấy rằng là chỉ cần hai cái con số sau đây thì chúng ta cũng đủ thấy. Thứ nhất là đối với tiềm lực vốn thì các doanh nghiệp ở Việt Nam theo tôi được biết ấy, thì nếu mà quy mô vốn thì cũng chắc là theo tôi biết là cũng chưa có doanh nghiệp nào lên tới trên 100 triệu đô về tiềm lực vốn. Nhưng mà chỉ cần Walmart thôi thì riêng lợi nhuận của Walmart một quý đó là 1 tỷ đô, khoảng 1 tỷ đô. Như vậy thì cái tiềm lực của nó có thể nói là rất là mạnh.
By the end of 2012, there were approximately 700 supermarkets and commercial centers in Vietnam, of which foreign-owned ones accounted for 25%. However, their sales was 20 to 30 times higher than that of domestic firms. It is a further demonstration of the huge challenges that retailers are facing. In fact, a few years ago, 4 major businesses, including Hapro, Satra, Futai, and Saigon Co-op, made joint ventures in order to muster resources to compete fairly with foreign retailers. However, not long after, this model failed for many reasons. Even though joint ventures and associates remain indispensable ways for Vietnam's retailers today, most importantly, businesses have to get rid of their own benefits and to focus on dealing with common challenges ahead. However, retailers need the support of the state, especially in retail spaces. According to local businesses, in many localities, while they had to wait for long to get retail spaces and then failed, the bad spaces had fallen into the hands of foreign companies. A good retail space is a decisive factor for domestic enterprises' competitiveness over the pressure of international retail giants.
Thì chúng tôi cũng kiến nghị nhà nước là phải cần ban hành các chính sách ưu đãi về quyền sử dụng đất, giao đất, cho thuê đất và mặt bằng bán lẻ, trong đó có cái điểm là đi về nông thôn mà anh Nam vừa có nhắc đến, và chúng tôi cũng mong là được nhà nước thông qua cái quyết định đó. Bên cạnh đấy là đối với 2 đô thị lớn là Hà Nội, Thành phố Hồ Chí Minh, đó là chúng tôi có ý kiến là đề xuất là với các công trình công cộng, ví dụ như là xây dựng cái hệ thống tuyến metro ở 2 thành phố thủ đô Hà Nội và Thành phố Hồ Chí Minh, thì đề nghị cho các nhà bán lẻ Việt Nam, cho hiệp hội các nhà bán lẻ Việt Nam được tham gia vào để có ý kiến về sử dụng các cái đường đi, các cái khoảng không của 2 cái hệ thống công trình này làm sao để phục vụ được như là cái hệ thống metro ở tất cả các nước tiên tiến trên thế giới, Liên bang Nga, ở Nhật, ở Hàn Quốc và nhiều nước khác.
Đầy đủ quy mô để mở một cái siêu thị hoặc một cái đại siêu thị trên những con phố nhỏ hẹp, hay đúng hơn là những con phố mà đắt đỏ như ở thành phố lớn ở Hà Nội và Hồ Chí Minh, thì đây là một điều rất khó. Nhưng đối với cái may 10 của chúng tôi ấy, thì đây cũng là một cái khó khăn chung. Ví dụ đối với những thương hiệu thời trang và đặc biệt thời trang cao cấp của may 10 chúng tôi là Eternity Group chẳng hạn, thì chúng tôi muốn thuê những cái cửa hàng ví dụ chỉ 50 đến 100 mét vuông, đòi hỏi phải phố trung tâm, đòi hỏi phải 2 mặt phố, thì đầu tiên là rất khó tìm cửa hàng. Cái thứ hai là rất khó có thể bù đắp nổi chi phí đối với những cái chủ nhà người ta cho thuê như vậy. Thì đây cũng là một trong những cái khó khăn về cái mặt bằng chung cho các cái doanh nghiệp bán lẻ, không chỉ về giá mà còn cả về những cái cơ chế chính sách tiếp theo nữa. Thì đấy là những cái mà tôi cho rằng cũng rất là khó khăn.
According to experts, up to 2015, state agencies should focus on building 10 large domestic retailers with high added value and strong provision to lead the local business community through the enormous competitive pressures from the international retail giants which have operated and will participate in the Vietnamese market. On the manager side, the representative from the local market department under the Ministry of Industry and Trade has an optimistic view over the chances of Vietnam's retail businesses. He said competitive pressure would have Vietnamese retailers take big steps, as Korean and Japanese retailers had performed when their retail markets were fully open before.
And before we go, let's check out the today update of gold prices, forex, and stock markets. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for your attention. And now from everyone on the team, have a lovely day. Bye-bye.